Hello, everybody. It's Kavita with Conversai, and this is our quaranTIME series. And today I'm interviewing my dear friend Laura from New York City. And as you know, we are just talking about people's experiences in quarantine and isolation, talking about what they've been doing and, what words of wisdom they want to share. This is just a really important time for us to connect with other people and hear their stories and experiences and support one another in any way that we can, because it's a stressful time. And we want this to be the place where you come for your daily dose of positivity. So, Laura, maybe you could just start by telling us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing these days, what all you're up to.
Okay, well, I'm not up to much. I think that a lot of people are in that boat. So I'm mostly an English tutor these days, and it's been a little weird tutoring people online. It kind of takes away that personal connection, and I work with a lot of students. I actually got a new job before this started. Went there one day, and now I just tutor online and give feedback on papers, which is very, very cold and not what I like about tutoring. I've been bored. I've been doing a lot of knitting and challenging myself to figure out how to stay connected at a time where it's so weird.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool about the knitting. What have you been making?
I have been making blankets because they're one of the only things I know how to make. I joke with people I can only make things that are various sizes rectangles. Um, that's all I've got. Maybe I will push myself to do some learning, but I think for right now, I wanted something that was familiar and comforting. And I'm not sure what I'm doing with most of these blankets, but basically, if I know somebody, they're getting a blanket.
Awesome. Well, I'll look forward to receiving mine.
Yes. You still need to pick your color.
Pink and green.
Pink and green, you got it. I'm scribbling it down.
Awesome. So you mentioned that you're an English tutor and that you've been doing your tutoring online these days and that you haven't been too crazy about that experience. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that and what some of the challenges have been and what you missed.
Sure. So I think there are kind of like two buckets of challenges. One is I'm working with some elementary schoolers, and I'm seeing how challenging it is for them to stay engaged all day with remote learning. They're kind of sad to not have that personal connection. My little buddy who's 8, no, he's 7 still, just said to me the first time we met online, he was like, I don't have a teacher anymore. And I was like, oh, that's a really sad observation. And we ended the session. He was like, I just want to draw in color with you. Can we do that? And I was like, yeah, you need a break, huh? And then I'm so disappointed. I work for a community college and I haven't gotten a chance to meet with any of their students live. Tutoring is normally such an interpersonal thing, and I feel like I give negative feedback to people and it happens in a vacuum. And then I never hear from them again, which is the complete opposite of what I like about tutoring.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely challenging, and obviously video conferencing and, online interactions will never be able to replace in-person interactions. But in terms of being able to replicate that experience as closely as possible, what do you think works? Or I guess, yeah, what are some things that people should keep in mind when having virtual sessions?
I actually have looked into different technology. So I lead a meetup group for people who have no idea what that means. It's a place where people can go for face-to-face interaction and meet new people. So all of a sudden, I went, whoa, we're taking out that whole face-to-face interaction thing. So I found a really cool technology called Remo. And it almost simulates a room environment where you can click in and out of different conversations. And I'm excited to play with that because I think we take out this ability to kind of like float freely in and out of conversations. Um, so I think that's part of it. Um, I think another thing is allowing ourselves to be a little open to our insecurities about this change. I think when you put people in front of a screen, they kind of start performing instead of saying, you know, I'm feeling insecure right now. I'm feeling isolated and lonely. And I think we need to give a space and a voice to those feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And Conversi is always a safe space for people to come just as they are, to say, you know, I'm not feeling great. I don't have all the answers. I just want to talk to somebody. And so we welcome anybody to be a part of that platform. So thank you for facilitating that in your meetup groups. So tell us a little bit more about the meetup groups that you host.
So I was at first really disappointed. I had to cancel all the fun things that I've normally been doing. My biggest thing that I say for my group, which is women in their 20s and 30s, is that I want to be consistent so that we're creating friendships. And I know that's something you guys do at Conversi too, that you're creating a space that is there all the time and you have this person, and that is how strong connections build. So I kind of freaked out for a week and went, oh my gosh, I can't have my normal coffee shop and my normal pub. What am I going to do? And luckily, they've been encouraging video interaction online. So it's a challenge of technology. It's a way of figuring out how can I take really big groups on video chats and find a way to make them smaller and more personal. How do we watch a movie together? Figuring out those solutions. And what I discovered is something I already knew in real life, which is people really just want that space to talk consistently, and that I didn't really need to go and find any crazy technology. I just needed to find something that simulated a group, that simulated like my coffee shop.
Yeah. So watching movies together sounds interesting. Tell us, what has that been like? What have you been using, and what have you
So,
been watching?
well, I will tell you what I'm really excited to start watching. I've been watching some really junky, guilty pleasure stuff on Netflix, that's for sure. So a friend of mine said we should start up a new Netflix series and watch it together once a week. Because that also brings in that consistency and allows us to have something to talk about. We've taken away a lot of the novelty in our life, so this I think will be really fun. It's a series called Too Hot to Handle. If you break your celibacy pact on Netflix, you lose out on 100 grand. So that's what I'm watching. I know some people are really using their brains. Not me. I want a lighthearted break.
Sounds good. Awesome. So we've talked a little bit about the challenges that have come with this time in isolation. Are there any things that you enjoy about this time, or that you're just having fun with?
Yes, actually. So I had been probably the most social I'd ever been before going into this isolation. And um, before this, I had said I want to take a break from dating and focus on myself. And I was debating making my hiatus longer, and the universe said, yep, you are making it longer. So I've been trying to get crafty. I've been trying to read more. I'm hoping I will get so bored that I can't procrastinate on my novel anymore. But it's kind of a time that could be like a little sabbatical or a little retreat if you look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely why when my mom was like, come stay with us, I was like, no, I'm going to stick with my retreat at home. Sorry, Mom.
So you're by yourself right now in New York City?
I am. And there are times where that's really great and really peaceful. And then there are, of course, times where that's a little funky. I I definitely find that like Zoom is something where I'm having such a love-hate relationship with it. I'm loving video calling with people, and then when I hang up, I'm kind of like, oh, I'd love that in real life. But I think the big takeaway is that we can blend these tools in to have a richer connection when we're coming out of this, that we have more variety with how to connect than I think all of the tools we've been using.
Very well said. So, if you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be?
Where would I be? Well, I honestly I would just be outside in New York City. I love where I live. Um, but if I could travel, I think the happiest I've ever been was in Spain. They're so communal, they're so open, and there's so much delicious ham and wine. So it's a really, I think it's my second choice for where I'd live.
Awesome. And if you had to choose one person to be stuck in quarantine with, who would it be?
Oh gosh, I'm pretty pro being by myself. Um, let's see. Oh gosh, that's such a hard question. Can I say like a type of person? Can I say like a
Yeah,
job?
yeah,
I
sure.
would love to be stuck in quarantine with somebody who's a good musician. I've been enjoying anytime people on Facebook are posting music. I've been trying to check out a lot of live streams. So I'd love like a little soundtrack to
Yeah,
my life.
yeah. So you mentioned live streams. Tell us a little bit more about that. What have you been watching?
Sure. So yesterday I watched Megan Trainor on her couch.
Wow.
What's cool, I think Live Nation and oh gosh, Global Citizen are partnering with Feed America and doing a whole series of live streams. I learned about it through just like the Live Nation emails. So there's choices, probably like 4 or 5 a day, to be able to check out a quick little concert, which is something a little bit different. And I've been looking for what are some fun things to do that are different.
Mhm. Awesome. So, what would you say are some of the biggest lessons learned or any words of wisdom that you want to share with our viewers?
I think making conscious choices for positivity and connection and self-care, to really frame what you're doing and what you're thinking in a way that is enjoyable and focuses on what you can control, and have stronger relationships with yourself and with others.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. So yeah, this is our quaranTIME series. If you're interested in being featured, we would love to talk to you. Everybody out there has a valuable story and experience to share that can benefit people all over the world. So don't be shy. We'd love to hear from you. Come check out quaranTIME. As I mentioned, this is a safe and fun space for everybody. So have a great day and enjoy your quaranTIME.